Yeah. There you go.
What up, YouTube? I am your host, Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews, back in here with just one more video, joined by my very special guest, Breyanna. Say what up.
Hi.
Hey again.
Hey again.
So you haven't really gone much of anywhere since our last video.
Yeah.
But we were sitting over here talking, and we were about to have a fantastic discussion. And I wanted to, so you already see like the title of the video most likely, and I wanted to kind of bring it up to a place where we can have the discussion that can promote more discussion. So what we were about to talk about is, what do women really provide men? Here's where I started the conversation. I said, if you had a dude who is about his purpose, right? If he is objective filled, he is financially secure, he is a provider, right? He's, positive, good-spirited, good-willed, loves his family, if he has all of these things, it is tough to convince a man that he needs the entrance of a woman to enhance himself or to make life better. Even though all those things, if you see all those things, that actually makes you more attracted to him. You see he has all these things in his life. So what I was trying to say
Wait, so there's nothing attractive about a woman having those things?
No, there is. I'm not. That's a totally different conversation. We can get into that in a second. No, there is. Less so, because I think women are looking for stability. They're looking for security. They're looking for a dude who is about his purpose, ridiculously confident, doesn't fold on the beck and whim, can protect you.
Yeah.
A man is not looking for those things from a woman. From a woman, it's more. We'll get into that. And I want your opinion. I don't want to put words in your mouth. I have my own thoughts. So what do you think a man is looking for from a woman, or what can you guys provide?
Okay. Well, I'm still trying to think. Okay, I feel that women can provide a safe space for their man if they're actually mentally there, because most times women come across as crazy, but ultimately what we're trying to do is create a safe space for you and check on you to make sure that your day is going well, or if you need anything, because women are naturally givers, and most of the time you give to the wrong man and you kind of lose your real purpose of giving. But I think not our job, but kind of your job is to protect your man. I don't think that men are more protective. I think women protect men in a different way. And I also feel that women... Let me focus on protect in a different way. Okay.
What I hear is an emotional protection.
And you need that.
What I hear is a nurturer. You're a nurturer emotionally of men.
Yeah, but I still think outside of emotions, just kind of having someone to talk to. Okay, like Jay-Z and Beyonce, okay? They're a power couple because they have each other to talk to.
He cheated on her.
That doesn't mean they're still not a power couple. That just means that he made a mistake. But that's another conversation for another day. But I do feel that women naturally protect their man. You want to protect them from things they may not see that women can see. Y'all don't have the instinct of a woman. So you can run into a wall.
What is it about an instinct of a woman? Because I can get a mentor, right? I can get a counselor, right? I can get a therapist.
But you want intimate moments. So
we do. We want intimate moments, or you do.
Deep down, I feel that men want intimate moments. Depends on the day.
I think deep down, it would be all good if y'all are not as crazy.
Yeah, but...
And we can share moments and grow together, and you got essentially a best friend that has a wall or a hold filled with viscous fluid.
So why wouldn't you want that?
That would be right. If you combine those two, it sounds good. It sounds good in theory, right? Because and we haven't really talked about it a lot, but even mental health awareness, the importance of being able to talk through your issues. Like, there's a lot of dudes that are walking around there with they feel as though the weight of the world is on their shoulders, and to a degree that there is, because there's so much expectation to be a provider, to make sure those around you are protected if you're a real man, right? So you walk around with this weight on the shoulders and you don't talk about your issues, and that's also, I think, why you see so many dudes eventually, low-key putting a gun in their mouth at some time. And like, the suicide rate in America is ridiculous.
It's crazy high.
But a lot of that is they keep it all in. But what I hear you saying is there's sort of like an emotional nurturing that can go on, and having someone to talk to and to look at your flaws, help enhance your situation.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're not going to talk to like your guy friend the same way you'll talk to your girl about things you're going through. And then women, we create solutions, okay? Even though we're crazy, okay, I still come with a solution to my craziness. I'm telling you exactly how to fix it, exactly what you need to do, so I am happy, which in return makes you happy. Does it not make y'all happy?
The first thing I thought of was that quote, "Happy wife, happy life."
Yes, it's true.
I think it's completely bullshit. I think if you get married, that can be true. But then the question is, well, why get married? So listen, what you guys. So I want to see if there's other things that you say that we need women for. But like so let's say that he has a best friend that he can confide in, a guy best friend.
He doesn't.
It's different because it's maybe less of a nurturing, right? But let's say he has a mental health advocate. Let's say he goes to therapy, right? I know, like, Charlemagne the God, like, he talks about the importance of therapy, and I think I haven't done it. I think sometimes I need to do it.
I do it. It's really
you do it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I just started recently. It's really helpful to have someone outside of your situation, outside of your friends.
Yeah, to objectively assess.
Yeah. Sometimes it's too objective and you're kind of like, what does that even mean? But it's still nice to hear that opinion and then take it and apply it to your life however you want to apply it. Got it.
Okay. Mm-hmm. But you're saying the benefit of like a woman in your life is you get a 24-hour a day, 7 days a week on-call therapist? Or explain it to me a little bit better.
Yeah, I'm not available 24 hours, 7 days a week to do that for you. But, when you feel you need it, I'm there. That's the thing. It's like, I don't expect the man to just need me every second of his life or want me to be a part of everything in his life, but I want them to know that when you do need me and when you do want me in that way, like, I'm there for you. I feel that people just want to know that someone is there, even if it's not as excessive as the woman would like, as far as you texting her back all the time or calling me. It's still a matter of, I want to know that you value me as a person and you value me in your life. And women, we show that the man is of value to us, but men don't do that well enough, like vice versa. Like, I want to
don't do what well enough? I'm missing.
Show that I'm of value in your life, that I'm actually important to you outside of the bedroom.
I think both men and women who so men and women both who are dope about their purpose, getting their their objectives filled, right, make good money. Mm-hmm. It's often hard to convince them why things would change. Oftentimes what you find with a woman is, number one, it's their biological clock, because they look at their clock and then they also look at the list of things that they require out of a man, and the older that they get, the less check marks are on that list. Mm-hmm. But it's very hard to convince someone who's kind of set in their ways that there's things that either they need to change about themselves in order to get closer to a person that can, that they can be in a relationship with. But honestly, like a dude who, and this is what makes it so hard for y'all, because like the top quartile of dudes that are pre-selected, right? Those are the ones that y'all want, but they have the pick of the litter. Mm-hmm. So oftentimes you might be in competition with the next one.
No, I'm not. That's not a problem. I don't think that
But you don't know about the competition. Like, he just has a roster. That's the competition.
Yeah, I know that.
But you have a slot. Like, he has a first round draft pick. He has a second round. Like, he's got a B team. He's got a C team, potentially.
Yeah.
Right? If he's high on that totem pole, there's a lot of dudes that are trying to get on that totem pole, but they got to focus on their purpose before they can get up there, you know?
Well, that's not a problem. Well, that's not a problem. I think it's fine. I don't feel the need to convince anyone to be in my life in that way. I feel that...
Well, can we stay there for a second?
Wait, hold on. Because I understand that, like, you know, I have to show you in a way, but you should just kind of know.
I think that's part of the problem.
Yeah, it's a problem.
Why do you think a man should know what's the benefit of having a woman in his life?
Not
outside of sex.
Well, I'm not saying they should know, but...
You just said that.
Yeah, that's not what I meant, though. I mean that... okay, hold on. I'm not like super confident about myself or things that I do or whatever, but what I do know is that I bring something, and I'm learning what that something is as I get older, as to what I actually bring to the table. But either you're going to see it or you're not going to see it. So if the guy doesn't see that in me, I'm not going out of my way to continuously make sure that you see it. Either you see it or you don't see it.
See what?
That I bring a benefit to your life. Like, it's just that simple.
So there's an assumption, and I think here's where wires get crossed, is that there's an assumption that there's a benefit. So like a dude who's not looking for a relationship will still date, and they can still have utmost swag, and you can be attracted to them. But that convincing that, you know, outside of you being attractive or, you know, the ability to have sex with you, I'm trying to put my finger on what else does a woman provide a man. And why is it? Because it's an assumption that you guys provide us things. It's an assumption that we need something from you. And I think the difficulty in describing what those things are is a symptom of why you have so many dudes that are like...
Well, there's an assumption that we need you too. Like that women need men. But if you think about it, it's the same thing though. If like basically all you can bring to me is sex, then it's the same way. That's all I bring to you.
So, but the number one thing, you know, we talked about this in the last video, that you guys want is to start a family. You want to, you know, you want to make your grandmother happy who's been asking for great grandchildren, right? Like, and you need a man in order to do that. Your biological clock is ticking, right? And we can have kids up until, you know, our stuff stops working, right? And then they have Viagra to make it to make it go
so either way,
further.
you're good. Okay.
So either way, we're good. So when you break it down to the benefit, right? Like the benefit.
You'll
like
just feel it. You'll know.
Like a G who's walking around has a team that's 10 members deep. What are the things to convince him to stop doing that?
You know what's crazy? Even men who have a team, I can guarantee that all of those females are probably doing the same exact thing.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's still not making a difference. So that's why I'm not going out of my way to do things that I feel you would value. And also, nowadays women, unfortunately, women do way more now for...
attention?
No, for a man that's not even there. It's like without any commitment. So why would I expect a man who has a whole team of women who are doing things that I feel should only be done in a relationship are already doing it? Like, that's why I don't go out my way to convince men anymore. It's a waste of time.
Well, you know, you bring up so many good points, and I see that as well. Like you could be like, you know, if you're a dude about your... Here's what I hate about the part of the dynamic with men and women is that women may try to use sex as leverage in order to get you closer to them.
Yeah.
If they consider you high priority, right? But meanwhile, they was hanging over here with a Pookie and a Ray-Way, busting it wide open with no requirements at all. But with you, because you're a man of purpose and she sees a future with you and a family with you, she wants to use sex as a leverage point. Like, oh, you're not gonna get this candy apple cinnamon until, you know, you take me, I require you to take me out on dates, and then, you know, you got me my family, and you know what I mean? So it's like, it's just stupid. And so you want to convince me that I need to sit down and hang out for that? If I'm not intrinsically ready for the whole family stuff if there's no other benefits that can come out of that situation?
I get what you're saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, we don't leverage our other qualities anymore. Like, we'll just do it now. Like, not even just like having sex like too soon. I think just like, I'm not going out of my way for men like anymore. I'm not about to buy you gifts for your birthday, for holidays. Like, I'm not bringing you around my friends. I feel like those are like relationship things. Like, you need to have more boundaries when it comes to dating, and your boundaries can be personal to you. And I am learning my own boundaries because it's hard to know. Because sex used to be a big thing, but now it's like, even if they do wait for it, doesn't mean they're going to still.
It doesn't mean anything. There used to be a time, I want to say it was up to the 80s, perhaps even into the 90s, where sex used to matter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I say it's correlated with the depth and the strength of our R&B songs, right? Sure. Like you know, back in the Drew Hill, Jodeci, that's when like there was love.
Where's that at?
Love was strong. Now you got this, 2019 Tatiana era where, the people are doing things for likes. You go up on social media and it's just a validation engine. And then you have women that, are potentially good options that see all of that stuff. Now, hopefully they're not feeding into it. Yeah. But like, ass shots on a rise. Women being savages is on a rise as well.
As you should be. You have to be a savage, yeah.
So you're a proponent of the team.
Yeah. You have to protect yourself. They're not protecting you, so protect yourself and become a savage. So then you're more aware of your actions.
Do you feel like you bring more logic into a situation now as opposed to emotion?
Yeah, I'm super logical, but I'm actually very emotional. But I think...
I think your base is emotion. Why fight your base? Is it for protection?
No, it's just I know that's irrational.
So women are irrational?
No, Breyanna is. So, not that I feel like emotions. I know when I'm being crazy. I know. Because like...
You feel it, but you can't control it.
I can't control it. I'm learning. I just know that... Okay, that's the thing. I think logically first, and then my emotions come in, and then I have to go back to logical thinking so I don't show out too much. But even when I act out, I've already planned how I'm gonna act out.
Let me ask you a question. If there's an act out period, I usually think of that what's called like a shit test. Like you're testing the man to see how he's gonna react in that situation.
Yeah, I do that. I like to get reactions so I can know how you feel.
Now, what I think the best reaction for a man to do is always to stay calm, cool, collected, and ready for pressure. Now, I get different answers from women. Some don't like that calm, cool, collected stuff. Verbally, they say they don't like that. Some often like to see a dude kind of moved, right? Like the things that they're doing, they like to see like, okay, it moved him a little bit, therefore he cares for the situation.
Yeah, but I honestly wouldn't even do all that if men were just more honest with how they're feeling. And since you don't want to be honest with me, then I have to do things to get a reaction. But I've also learned that doesn't make things better. It actually makes things worse. And so now I just don't date, and that's my solution to my problem.
Well, I think it makes it worse if the dude doesn't hold his frame, right? Like if he gets all emotional back, then yeah, that's when
it's
drama. Yeah, it's like it's just too much. Like, yo, relax, my guy.
Yeah, I thought that happened to me. I was like, okay, whoa.
It's let's
slow down.
Yeah. Well, you lit the match, but
I did.
But you threw it into a grease fire. You didn't know where you was.
I didn't. Right. I was like, oh no, that's not what I want.
This is not gonna be. So anyway, so getting back to the topic of the video.
Oh.
I heard the nurture thing.
Oh yeah.
Perhaps was there any other components? And thinking about it, because I think women have an assumption that you guys give things, and then we're just supposed to see what it is the benefit of shacking up with you. Is there any other things that you can call out as a benefit of like?
I don't have any other benefit, but what I do know is that we can't keep calling it benefits. I feel like just allow yourself to feel,
Oh, here's why I don't like that. If I have money and I invested it into the stock market and I just say, you know, I don't want to care about any benefits of where I'm putting my money. I just want to just feel. Here, take my money.
That's what I'm saying. I just feel like just give yourself a moment to feel the woman out, and you'll be able to create your own benefits out of that. If you put too much weight on trying to pinpoint like different things that she can bring to the table, you won't even be able to enjoy the time, enjoy the experience. And then if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. But at least you enjoyed the experience. And that's what I like to do.
Boom.
Period.
All right, so we can end the video right now. Breyanna, thank you again for taking the time. These are the conversations that I feel like both men and women need to have. And oftentimes we don't have these conversations because we're too caught up and wrapped up in the game. You know what I mean? The dating game. You have a podcast. You want to shout out that podcast?
Yes, so my podcast is called Am I Grown Yet? And we also talk about different topics like this. So
just like this?
It's not.
Do the questions get as salacious?
No, because he's my friend, so we kind of know too much about each other. So it's kind of like. But it does get kind of deep though. So check it out. Just try it.
Deep is good. I'm a fan of deep.
I'm not a fan.
You're not a fan?
No.
We just got deep.
And it was a lot for me, so.
All right, good. You stepping outside your comfort zone. I appreciate it.
No problem.
I appreciate it. All right, questions, comments, concerns, feedback, all of that good stuff. Leave it down in the comment box down below. I appreciate y'all and keep on continuing to share. All right, until next time, YouTube.